Hi, my name is Philip Aguirre, founder of PA Architect. I've been involved with architecture for over 30 years, designing custom luxury homes, commercial spaces. But before that, I was a young kid who loved to create. Architecture has taken me through challenges, late nights, and unforgettable projects. And like most things worth building, it all started with a single spark.
What first drew you to architecture?
What first drew me to architecture is with my creative mind. I was in Boy Scouts, and one of the tasks is you had to get a merit badge. And they had a special merit badge, which was kind of an architectural type merit badge, which was more of a drafting component or drafting task. So at that time, my dad was actually, as an engineer, he was actually drawing or designing our first real home, that we were going to live in. And watching him do these things, that kind of sparked me to try to do something similar. So as part of my merit badge, I went ahead and redrew what my dad had drawn as for our new future home, the floor plan for that house. And I submitted that for the Boy Scout merit badge, and I got my merit badge, for that component or task. That's kind of what started everything.
What was architecture school really like for you?
Actually started after the Boy Scouts. Started in high school. In high school I actually signed up for a drafting class in which, same thing, we were taught how to do drafting, how to draft objects. Then it moved on to floor plans, and then after that actually taught us how to build models. That was my first model of a house that I had drawn up, and that was a nice feeling, accomplishing that task. And it was a beautiful model. Everybody loved it, and it was very rewarding. From that, I actually did not go into architectural school. I actually decided to try to follow my dad's footsteps as an engineer. So I went to college for engineering. Didn't go so well, so I decided not to continue engineering, and I told my dad that really my passion, I think, was architecture, and that's what I wanted to follow. So I went ahead and changed from engineering to architecture, and followed the process through college until I graduated as an architect, studying hard nights, staying up late, working on presentation and design and plans. It was a very hard task to achieve, and I achieved it. Then that's what led me to start actually working in the field of architecture.
What mistakes did you make early on in your architecture career that taught you the most?
That's a tough question. As a mistake, what I feel that caused me some problems was that I did not go ahead and start working for an architectural firm. Since my mind was so creative and so enthusiastic, I actually tried to start working on my own in the architectural field, and trying to learn everything from ground up, which was a very difficult task. There was a lot of disciplines that I actually queried and questioned, electricians, plumbers, mechanicals, structurals, to kind of learn the basics of what it takes to build, a structure or a house. So that component of it really isn't taught in school. You kind of pick that up working for another company, or getting involved with previous architects or engineers that can help you with those tasks. So I was self-taught with all those aspects of creating a project. So it was a longer process to go that route, but I think it did, although being a mistake not going and learning that from another architectural firm as an intern or so forth, it did allow me to really gain a lot more knowledge than what most architects have. It was a mistake, but at the same time it was a blessing.
When did you feel like you had really made it as an architect?
Passing the 9 exams to get your architect's license. That's kind of what was a pinnacle of me saying, you know what, I am now finally an architect.
And is there maybe a project that you're really proud of that you've worked on?
Yeah, it's a most recent project that we had just completed. It's about the 25th largest home in the United States, here in Southwest Ranch, Florida. The single-family residence is approximately 65,000 square foot, and it ended up being a beautiful structure and building.
If you were to give one really important piece of advice to architecture students today, or anybody getting into architecture, what would you tell them?
It's important to try to work in a company that will allow you to learn and grow and not make you a pencil pusher. And to really get out in the field to really feel and learn what you're designing and drawing, and to make sure that it's, buildable and that will come out aesthetically beautiful as well. A lot of young architects just depend on, the computer and kind of just drawing out what, what they think they're drawing out. But in reality, you really have to get out in the field and learn what everything looks like, from the foundation to the walls to the roof structure and to what the mass really feels like, because that's a pretty critical part of creating a project as well. Following in my journey, every step that I've taken, even the ones that I have struggled with, has shaped the architect that I am today. For anybody interested in starting this journey in architecture, stay curious, stay persistent, and do not stop learning. Thank you for joining me online. If you enjoy the content, hit the like button, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe for more videos like these. See you in the next one.